So you've got two levels of culpability in terms of the police. You've got the senior police leaders who are called chief police officers, who have a duty for their leaders to support, to inspire, to motivate and tell the truth.
Yeah.
That has failed in my view. You've got politicians, and I said, hoist by their own petard, the Public Affairs Select Committee admitted that their practices of pushing down on senior police officers who haven't had the courage to push back has resulted in spin, lies and distortion, so that the crime figures are thoroughly not just unhelpful, but you cannot rely upon them.
But
So-
where's the citizen in
Right,
this
where the
structure?
citi-
I mean,
right, where
is
the
it just about who...
What about
No,
police
no.
and crime commissioners?
Right. This is where it is. So you've got the police and crime commissioners,
Right.
who were brought in by Theresa May. It's a think tank idea of her friends in Policy Exchange. The concept is local accountability. Well, when on average, or at best, 10% of the public vote, that is absolutely no mandate to do anything. All they've done is add another layer of, well, it's not even supervision, but of bureaucracy on top of the police, as well as retaining personalised car parking spaces. at
Political
corners.
interference.
Yes, and what has now also happened is, because it was not defined, they have bloated their own offices, with their own staff at huge cost.
Yeah, but I mean, no, but I mean,
But-
I'm a concerned
Right,
citizen.
okay, right, as a concerned citizen.
I don't serve on a
Right,
committee.
okay.
Nobody's asked
Right,
me.
well, there's-
No think tank has asked me
Right.
for what I think,
Right,
which
well,
is
there's-
why I'm so angry.
Right,
Because
well, there's
I'm-
several things there then, Susie. I think there's you can try tweeting the local crime commissioner in Hertfordshire. It's David Lloyd, but he's got an office. We've got several offices.
Well, I did. I emailed about the sale of the
Doesn't
police
answer
station.
anything.
No, okay.
I didn't
Okay,
get. I didn't
right.
get an answer
Right.
for weeks,
Okay,
and
that's-
then when I emailed again,
Right, that's
then
the
I
first
got
thing.
I got a PR
Okay.
spin on
Right.
it, saying,
Okay.
"No, let me finish," saying that they'd be closer by moving to the civic centre. They would fight crime because they would be closer to their civic partners. I mean, they're only 150
okay,
yards up the bloody road.
He states they have research on why they're closing the police station because people don't need the police station.
well-
You asked to see that research.
Yeah.
They refuse to show it, and they refuse to show it because it doesn't exist.
Well-
It's a simple
well-
paper exercise, as Tony has already said, of moving money from one side of the balance sheet to the other.
That's the outer side, but there were probably about 10 years ago, certainly in Hertfordshire, there was analysis done, but it's very
Well, that was
simply.
10 years ago.
If I
The
can
world's
just,
moved.
if I can just finish, thank you. Is what I was saying is that it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So, for example, Watford Central, very busy place, was a 24-hour station.
Yeah.
So the public came 24 hours. Once you start making the closures, you reduce the hours, etc., etc.
There was a queue going
Exactly.
into Watford Police Station the other
Yes.
day when I drove
Exactly.
to Watford Junction, and now they're going to sell that off as well. I
Exactly.
really object to the fact that I've paid my taxes, I've paid my council tax and whatever it is. It seems like I'm always paying, and I'm not going to get the police service that I thought I was going to get, and I want to know what I can do about it. I mean, can I go onto the Police Choice website? What can I do?
There's several things. Number one, don't email or tweet your local MP. Do as I did to Mike Penning. Find out when his surgery, so-called aptly known surgery is on.
Right.
Go and see him, look him in the eye, and tell him exactly what you think.
Or collar them at Portcullis House.
That's the first thing. The second thing is absolutely, as a citizen, you can go on to Police Choice. So just Google Police Choice on Google. You'll find on there's a petition on change.org, which is all about these issues. So in other words, providing officers with the protection to enable them to provide the protection for you.
Yeah.
Because frankly, we're asking people already to do the impossible, which is
What, to stand up and be counted?
both to stand up and be counted, but also to carry on working in such draconian conditions
Yeah.
that certainly MPs, with their cosy taxpayer subsidised bars, with all of their activity, wouldn't dream of having to do. So in other words, they're constrained both ways, both psychologically and physiologically.
Yeah, no, I understand all that, but in very simple terms, I can go on Police Choice website
Right.
and say my piece not as a serving police officer,
No,
as a
no.
concerned member of the public. So that's one thing I can do. What are you going to do to make sure
Right.
that a union goes ahead?
Okay,
and
right.
can I do anything to help?
Well,
That's what I want
first of all,
to
you
know.
can help is by you've now first of all got an understanding. I think that's
Yeah,
important
yeah.
of the context of policing. I think secondly, absolutely go on the website and sign the petitions you can.
Okay.
There's also, when I start to mention the campaign, and I think I said earlier, there's barristers from Matrix Chambers and solicitors from Lee and Day who will absolutely take action on behalf of officers to get them the employment status that every other officer in the EU has.
Right.
So we're after an initial 200 officers to sign, and that's under the section marked legal challenge. And that's absolutely what you
But
can
I
do.
can't sign that.
You can't sign the legal challenge because
Right.
it's officers have got to say they feel constrained, they feel disadvantaged because they
Right.
haven't got these rights.
Okay.
But you can sign the petition which talks about union recognition and employment rights for officers, because that's a change.org petition, and you can do that, and then that shows officers that the public are waking up and being informed of what's
I
happening.
think it's really important that the police understand that just ordinary people like me care.
Yeah.
I mean, we do care. When I needed the police, they were there for me. And it upsets me to hear what you're saying. I also don't like being lied to. I'm sure I'm not just being lied to about police statistics. And I read widely. I talk to a lot of people. I'm an author. I'm a member of the local village residents association. I'm a professional fundraiser and marketeer, and I'm very angry at what's going on. I'm not party political at all. I'm completely disillusioned by what I've heard from you, and I wish you every success with taking this challenge forward, because I think our police deserve better if they're going to give people like me the service that I want. So
Yeah.
thanks very much.
No, thank you, Susie. And just to sort of bring that to a close, the reason I do this, having been retired, is that almost on a daily basis I have to look into the faces of people I know who have been crushed and demoralised. So this is a very human thing for me. This
Yeah.
isn't conceptual. This is real. So thank you very much.